Well, welcome all to Intuitive Insights at Play. I'm calling this one Love, Peace, and Granola, which I'll explain. I do my intuitive insights pretty much every morning. I was under the weather for a while and didn't get much, but when I did get images again, things had shifted a bit. Here's an update. Last week, I saw an office scene on the bottom of the ocean where lots was getting done. Now I see more turbulence right below the surface. I saw a naked man struggling in the water and two people perched on rocks watching, but not really in a position to help. Then the man in the water turned into a wooden pair of prayer hands. To me, this is just confirmation of how a lot of us are feeling. Yeah, we want to help, to know things are being done, but all we see is the turbulence. We feel vulnerable and we see people who are vulnerable. It's always a good thing to acknowledge how we feel and not jump straight to what I call love, peace, and granola. I'll get there, I promise. But bypassing our emotions is never a good idea, especially if you suffer from physical pain or are prone to illness, like a lot of us sensitive souls. So, yes, this is an emotionally challenging time. Absolutely. Next, there's still a lot happening deep below the surface. I saw a shipwreck on the bottom of the ocean. The woodwork was very elaborate, and I imagine it would have cost a fortune in its day. And I'm sure from a time when the rich had all the money, the time the billionaire boys want back. But out of this carving emerged a baby. It was still made of wood, but then a woman also emerged made of the same wood, and the baby started suckling. I know this is bizarre, but if I got simple metaphors, there'd be no challenge in the interpretation. So here I interpret the baby being released to suggest new beginnings emerging from old traditions. So the rich having all the money is not going to work, no matter how hard they try. The baby being fed by a woman represents nurturing, sustenance, and feminine power. We don't need to burn down the old to create the new. We will emerge from this old world crazy way of thinking. Now back to the promised love, peace, and granola. I made up that term when I was a kid to describe people who claim to be all about love and peace, but seem so fake to me. Like they would act all enlightened and then explode in anger. I love, I love peace, but we need to be genuine too and acknowledge all of what we think and feel, not just the so-called positive emotions. It's just not real. I don't want to live in outrage and anger all the time like some of these folks. That's not sustainable either. Change happens when we acknowledge the whole package. Then the love and peace we share is built on a solid foundation with substance and realness behind it. This morning, I asked about finding peace in these times, and I heard banging outside at 5 in the morning. But I took note that the external chaos affects peace of mind. Duh. Then I asked how I can find a moment of peace, and I saw a deer and then a rabbit jumping over a log, and then I saw a cat sleeping on a couch, and then it sat up and scratched its head with its back paw, just doing regular cat things. I think gentle animals here symbolize a natural harmony, even innocence, just doing animal things, and the rabbit and deer jumping over a log suggest overcoming obstacles with ease. As I watched these images, I felt peaceful and I noticed the banging outside had stopped. But my mind wandered back to upsetting things and the banging started again. So no, I can't feel peaceful all the time, but I can have moments of peace and probably more control over the external disturbances than I think. Or at least I can pendulate, meaning I'm going to notice external chaos, but I can return again and again to peace, love, and granola. I can do what I can to help in the ways I can and acknowledge the rage or fear, but also the love, peace, and granola. I no longer have chronic pain because I'm real about it all. I get to be a whole human, hopefully helping others pendulate and know it's healthy to allow all our emotions and thoughts and physical sensations, no matter how uncomfortable, it's healthy. And it's also healthy to cultivate moments of peace. I know it takes practice, but to me, this is how we emerge from an old, rigid, carved in wood way of thinking to a more divine way of living. I've been through some tough stuff and to learn these things, so I hope this is helpful. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Love to hear from you. Thank you.